Hello everyone and welcome back to The Other Side. So for today's video I have another story to tell you guys. Also let me know what you think of this lipstick, if I should keep it or not. I kind of like it. It goes okay with some outfits, but I don't know, I thought it would go well with my shirt today since it's kind of like an ombre-ish shirt, but I don't know, we'll see. And I'm wearing makeup for once because for once it's not 100 million degrees outside, and I don't wear makeup when it's that hot because I feel like it will just melt on my face, and it's actually kind of quite nice for once, so I can actually wear makeup and enjoy it. So yeah, I decided to have some makeup on for today. So anyway, so for today's video I'm going to tell you a story that happened in the house that I grew up in. Now I grew up in this house from when I was like 1 or 2 years old maybe, until I was 13, I think, I'm pretty sure. Until I was 12 or 13 years old, so pretty much for all of my like childhood. I don't know really when this happened, like what year it happened, but this happened to my mum, and it was late at night and she was awake, and my dad was still asleep, and she said she saw this shadow figure of a man that looked like he was in like a farmer's like outfit, I guess, and so she completely freaked out because she thought someone had like broken into our house, because she said it was like a black figure, and she tried to wake up my dad, and my dad's a really heavy sleeper, so he was like, oh, what's going on, and until the time he turned on the light, the figure had gone. So my dad never saw it, only my mum did. And the place that we lived in, it was 2.5 acres, and like you could have had like a small farm there, like you could have at least had chickens. And I think the people, I don't know if it was the people who owned it before us had chickens, but before we moved in there, there were, well, when we first moved in there were some like old chicken coops in there, out the back. There was a big piece of land up the front. You definitely could have had a small farm there. So we don't know if it was like the previous owner who lived there, but apparently the previous owner that lived there was like a kind of like a drunk, and there used to be like bottles of beer everywhere in the front garden, and like at the back as well. So I don't know if it was them, or like I don't know if they had someone else who like lived with them that had died. I'm not too sure, but all I know is that my mum said she saw a black figure that was in the shape of like he was wearing, that was a male, and that was like wearing a farmer's outfit, like, you know, with the hat and then like the checkered, I don't know if she like saw the actual outfit, but she said it looked like a farmer because like of the hat basically. And she said it was very tall, and she completely freaked out, and it was standing at the end of their bed, and that was the only time she ever saw it, and she never saw it again. So I don't know if it had something to do with the previous owners, who knows. There were a lot of, not like farms, well there kind of was a few farms out there. There used to be, well I don't know if it's still there, but there was or still is, a horse riding school that was nearby, and there was basically a lot of land around there, so who knows what could have like triggered my mum seeing that, who knows. But yeah, she said it completely freaked her out, and that was the only time she ever saw it. And by the time my dad turned on the lights, he was gone. So I just wanted to share that little story with you guys because I thought it was pretty creepy. And so who knows, it might have been the previous owners, we don't really know. And I don't think I ever felt anything in that house. I was too young to think about that stuff, like about paranormal stuff. So yeah, I never felt anything in that house. It was a pretty old house, like it was really old. And my dad did like completely renovate everything. So yeah, who knows. So thank you guys for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all next week for a new video. Alright, bye guys.